getting my sleeves rolled up for us. Thank you, by the way, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to do this for me. It means a lot. Normally, I wouldn't use hand sanitizer, but I am going to be touching your face if that's okay, kind of repositioning you, so just to be safe. It is French lavender. Ooh la la. I think a friend gifted this to me. Okay. Is liquidy. Okay. Do you have any questions for me before we get started? No, you don't have to sit completely still today. This is a very chill environment, not one of those stern and stoic portraits. Let's see, got this one, okay, 525, and then, I think they're from different sets, actually. Oh, H and 4B, it's been a while. But no, not a stern and stoic portrait. I'll start with this one, I think. No. Where did that other one go? I think this one's the lighter one. I just need to study lines of your face, how the light plays with the paint, the light of your eyes, your smile, that kind of thing. So you can move around as I do that. Okay. Lovely. And as I was saying earlier, I might reposition your head from time to time if that's okay. Yeah, this is really more of a multimedia piece. So I'm going to be sketching onto this watercolor paper. It's really nice, by the way. For the fact that I've lost the cover, I use it a lot. But it's really good quality, so the idea is that I sketch some basic details of you. And I want to use, as I drop some stuff, some of these really nice watercolors on it later on. You know that style where it's watercolor, but it almost looks vaguely like acrylic, and then it's bigger sections of color that somehow come together perfectly for the detail? That's the style I'm hoping to evoke. So, really just kind of a rough sketch of your face today, and then I've got some pastels. If I get to it, which I might not, that's okay. I'll kind of shade in a few areas just to remind myself of what on earth I was thinking as we went through this, okay? Okay, lovely. I'm going to put these back. I don't need these yet. Okay, so is there, I'm going to start touching. Move this. Is there anything? Just pushing some air out of the way. anything in particular about your face or your features that you don't want me to capture? Okay. No questions asked. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna take your chin here. Bring it down a little bit. And then just a little bit down. Is there anything about your features that... Okay, look at this side. Just gently turn that way. Anything that you do want me to specifically capture? Again, no judgment. We all have our favorite features. Yeah. Yeah, I can see why. Okay. I can do that. Okay. Can you just gently tilt the chin back up? I want to steady the jaw for a moment. Just get an idea of the lines from the jaw to the neck and how it connects here. It's a tricky area to shade. Turn that way a little bit. Just turn. Okay. And steady how it moves. If you could turn back that way. There you go. Okay. Do you care if I do a portrait with head, neck, and shoulders? Or do you just want head, neck? Okay. Okay. If you could, just tilt up a little bit for me then. I know it might be ticklish for me to have my hands on your neck. I'm sorry. Okay. Stunning collarbones, by the way. I know that's a silly thing, but I think collarbones are very beautiful on most people. Okay. Okay. You can bring your chin back. Is that a comfortable position for you? Good. I'm just gonna gently kind of just give me the weight if you don't mind for a second. Okay. And then let it down. Let it down. Let it down. Okay. Like I was saying, this will be a very rough sketch today. very light. And I'm just getting some basic guidelines here. You have a well-defined jaw right in that area I was talking about. So even on the guide, I think we'll make sure that that's got an edge to it. And then trying to decide if I want the piece to be done with your hair like this, or maybe in a different style. It looks beautiful like this. Just decisions. Do you always part your hair like this? Okay. Okay. No, I think it suits you. Yeah, I don't think the other part would be good. I think you picked the best one. Okay. Me. That's the one. Okay. Swallow my pencils real fast. I just noticed this one has bite marks from my late cat. It's very sweet. Okay. Studying. Could you just gently this way? I want to get a look at where your ears and then back line up on your skull. Okay. And just a loose approximation of the folds one. Cheekbones, hit level there. Okay. Would you mind just this way? Right. And then back. And then back again. Okay. And back. I'm just getting a look at how the light plays with your cheekbones there. And if you could, just down and back up and back down. Getting a loose approximation of your brow bone. Is this your natural brow shape? Do you enhance it? Does it make up? Okay. Okay. I see. I won't tell anyone if anything's been altered. Okay, and then your eyes. Mm. Not lovely. Could you, while keeping your face here, You can go back to looking wherever you want. Okay. I'm going to bring your brows down a little more. Okay. And then the nose. Could you turn this way? Just get the side profile there. Okay. And back. Thank you. And this way. I won't stab you with the pencil, I promise. Okay. Okay. It's a unique nose. Not in a bad way. No. You know, noses can be such a sensitive thing for people. I find them to be quite charming, especially when they're a unique shape. I think it gives you a lot of character. I like yours. Let's do I need to add a sharpness here. Yeah. That captures it better. Okay. Okay. And then your lips. Could you softly part them for me? Just like that. Okay. Okay. Seeing the ending, any lines around the shape, and if you've got any red lines from either. Or smiling. Okay. Do you chew on your lips a lot? Yeah. Okay. No, you've just got little bite marks there. And I was trying to determine if it was a character trait or if incorporated. Okay. Soften those out a bit, I think. Yeah. There's a really pretty, there's a very pretty softness in the lips that contrasts the harder angles. It's very charming. I think it'll capture quite nicely. If I can capture it. Okay. A bit of a downturn there. Okay. It needs to end sooner. It needs to come over more sharply. Your chin. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good first draft there. Okay. And then the neck. Again, it's always tricky to know how to translate the lines here onto paper. Because there is a harshness here, but at the same time it's so soft in the connection. Balance. And then depending on the light and the angle. You don't just want the neck to jut out from the jaw, that's no good. I mean, I suppose if that's your art style, that's fine, but okay. I'm not going for a caricature. Like I was saying earlier, I do want it to be a little more realistic. And so in a similar way, the connection from, this point on the neck to the shoulder. On some people that's sharper, on some people it's softer. But in any case, you don't want to just be a perfect curve or a perfect line. It's typically perfectly nuanced, I guess. It's probably not the right term to use there. It's also not even. It's not a perfect semicircle. In a perfect semicircle, normally it's softer on one side and then sharper on the other, depending on which way you're looking. And the shoulders too, they can be tricky. Because they're not perfectly rounded. And the shoulders can express a lot of emotion. Are they tense? Are they up in the neck? Are they down? Are they back? Are they slumped forward? You know. Shoulders are a very good study in lines. If you're trying to get better at line work, that is. Okay. Very loose placement. Of the clavicles. Curves up a bit there. And the hollows. How that creates here. That goes, and you have a very pretty neck. Collarbone. It's technically called the, I'm gonna mispronounce this now, décolleté. Décolleté. I don't know, I think it's French. I knew how to pronounce that prior to opening my mouth, I promise. I think it's décolleté. I'm gonna hate myself for not knowing that, but regardless, most people find that word to be a little too suggestive, when in all actuality it's really just referring to this general zone of the body. So, okay. I think we're good there. Let me capture some of those freckles. Not too many. I just want to get the main ones, because they're a part of you. Let's see, do you have any up there? Okay, in the nose. You've got one there by your mouth. Alright. I think just fill in a bit here. Might have made those brows a little too chaotic. It's fine. Get a nice good smudge going there. Okay. And smudge that. That's a really good starting point. I want to bring the eyelid down a bit. I'm doing really small strokes because I don't want to commit to anything yet. Again, very preliminary sketches. Okay, let me grab I think we've got some time for a few of the pastels. Are you okay with that? Just to get a splash of color on there. Yeah? Okay, thank you. Let's see the shade. I'm thinking we obviously don't have your exact skin tone match. I mean, I almost dropped the paper. It's fine. Like I was saying, they don't have your exact skin tone match, but they never do. So they'll take a lot of blending, but that's the style anyway, so that's good. I think I just want to get a splash of color in your eyes, and then your lips, and the blush of your cheek. Yeah, gotta get really close, okay? I'm just studying all the flecks of color in your eyes. Because some people have a darker ring around. Some people have a solid color with some lighter, darker flecks throughout. Others have multiple colors. Okay. I think I got it. So I'll do this one right here. And this will take very little, because I'll smudge it out later too. And I want to get a little bit of this. Yeah, that one in there. Yeah. And then for your blush, okay. I don't want to touch it with my hand anymore. I'm just going to take my knuckle and gently. Okay. So I need almost rose hue there, but very light. And just kind of blend that in with a tad bit, just the slightest bit of a really healthy, almost salmony pink color, but like extremely light and kind of spread across here. It's very light pigmenting, just to mark those sun-kissed areas and show the height on your bone structure. You don't want to go too heavy, otherwise it does look like a sunburn, but I think I got a good balance there. Okay. And then your lips. Yeah. Okay. So the exterior in that really beautiful light pink color to kind of blend out into your flesh. And then a slightly less burnt shade. Like when I was talking about the burnt rose for your cheeks. No, it isn't like sunburn. But same family of color, but essentially just the same shade but kissed by berries. You know? Just a nice light kiss of like a raspberry tone to it. Still very light though, very beautiful. Okay. Alright. Now that I am decorated myself, I have to be very careful not to touch the portrait. I think I captured you pretty well, at least in a preliminary sketch. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'll take this and then go and do the actual watercoloring that I want to do later, and I'll send you the final copy, obviously. You want to see it now? It's very basic. Okay. That's all we've got so far. Yeah. Not too bad. You like it? Good. Well, I'll keep working on it. Thank you again for being so willing to spend the time with me for this today. I really appreciate it. Yeah. And I know time's really the most valuable currency. Oh yeah, so it means a lot. Okay. Well, if you don't mind, I'm kind of in the zone, and I would really love